Hi and welcome. Today we're in Petersburg, Virginia. We're in a real urban environment talking about lettuce production into the fall. Here we're with Paul Meyer, the owner-operator of Virginia Vegetable Company. Paul, you grow a lot of lettuce.
Yeah, I do grow a lot of lettuce.
It's a little late maybe to start now. We're into mid-fall almost. When's the best time in most of Virginia to start lettuce?
Fall is having your transplants ready, so like the end of August, and then going into like September, mid-September, up to the end of September. If you have something to keep your lettuce warm and extended through the colder season and like through the frost. I had lettuce in here in February in like little high tunnels. Okay. So basically, but like say March, and then say August, September.
Okay, so August is a good time to get it started. Now, speaking of lettuce, what types of varieties are you looking for? Are you looking for anything particular? Because there's lots of different lettuce out there.
Basically, I go for like strong, robust varieties, sometimes hybrids. I grow a lot of Salanova lettuce. I find it pretty strong.
Okay.
But I grow usually because conditions change, like wetter or drier. So I'm always constantly probably growing at least 10 to 15 varieties of lettuce. So if one variety doesn't work out, some of the varieties grow. So because I do this commercially.
Oh, good tip, good tip. Now I know you've got some transplants here in front of us, and you made those yourself. But you can also, people can buy transplants, can't they? And then you've put them in the ground, and I notice you're putting them in some sort of weed barrier here.
That's right. I mainly use the weed barrier cloth because I'm in a high weed area where I get a lot of weeds. But I also, going into the fall, when the temperatures start to drop, it keeps my soil warmer because the black matting basically warms up the soil, and that helps the plants.
Okay, so it's a mulch. Now, could people use something else besides this?
Yeah, like I actually use a lot of cardboard on actually all my flowers and everything. I had a painter's paper sheet you can get at Home Depot that I just put around in matting and just wet down, and also cardboard, and then I just pop holes in it to plant. You could do lettuce, you can do anything.
Okay, so it keeps the weeds out.
That's right.
That's the big thing. So you don't want to cultivate too close to lettuce, do you?
That's right.
Okay. Now, as you're growing into the fall with lettuce and it starts to get cold, how do you keep growing this all the way through the winter time? You said something about February you had lettuce.
That's right. So like I was saying, they're like mini high tunnels. They're called low tunnels. And last year I actually used plastic low tunnels with like a 6mm film, and then also just cloth over the low tunnels. And I found actually, even during the winter months when it snowed, just the cloth worked better than the plastic because it heated up the lettuce too much, basically.
Okay.
But also, like say like you can't get these low tunnels, or you don't want to spend the money on it on a really cold night, I've done this. Just take a light blanket and put it over your lettuce, and then when the sun comes up in the morning, just take off your blanket.
Yeah, because some varieties even can handle some really cold weather. So that's pretty good. The last thing I noticed here is you've got some irrigation. So you irrigate in addition to rainfall.
That's right.
Does that seem to help the lettuce?
Yes, definitely. Here in Petersburg, it is like very dry most of the time. So I do a drip tape irrigation, and it's all automated basically on like I don't have a well here, I have city water, but I just have a little timer with a garden meter, and it pretty much just turns right on at 9 p.m. and it waters for an hour, and then I'm pretty much done. And then so I mean, I'm more looking for weeds. That's what my main job is.
I got you. I understand. Well, this is great. I think lettuce can be a real viable crop for home gardeners in the fall.
Definitely. Like you could definitely plant a couple different varieties and just, have fresh lettuce.
Well, great. Thanks so much for taking your time and showing us what you're doing here. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Well, for more information about lettuce production in the fall, please contact your local county extension office and talk to a master gardener. From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins. We'll see you next time.
From the Ground Up is presented with the generous advice and assistance of Virginia Cooperative Extension. Visit their website at ext.vt.edu.